Hello and welcome back. In this video, you're going to learn how to connect multiple Excel files into one Excel worksheet. For example, if a specific amount of data is located in one Excel file and another part of data is located in another Excel file. And what you want to do is to connect both of those files into a single file. What I mean is, for example, you have a specific ID or a specific name for a product and the cost is given in another Excel file. What you want to do is to bring the cost automatically into this Excel file. Copying and pasting is obviously a way, but if you're doing with large sets of data, this will be a challenging task. In addition to that, if your formulas or conditional formatting apply to a data set, if you copy and paste it in here, what will happen, you will lose that conditional formatting and problems will occur into those formulas because the sources will move. So let's get started and let me show you how to connect multiple Excel files into a single Excel file using query in Microsoft Excel. So the first thing is you'll go to data. From here, we'll go and select new query. From file, go to from workbook. What I will do is I'll select table number 1 in here, and the table will be loaded into Microsoft Excel. As you can see, I have 2 sheets, but my data is located in sheet number 1, so I'll select sheet number 1. And next thing that I want to do in here is to do a little bit of cleaning. For example, as you can see, the data is formatted in such a way that we have some empty columns at the top in here, and the column names are given in here. So I'll go, instead of loading, if the data is clean, so what you will do is you'll directly load it. And if it's not, what we will do, we will edit our data in here. So in order to edit the data, the first thing is to remove all this null rows. For that purpose, go to remove rows, remove top rows since the rows are located at the top here, and we are going to remove 6 rows from here, and we'll write down 6 and click OK. And next thing in here would be to take this to the headers. So what we will do is use first row as headers. The next thing is to change the types of these. I'll right click in here, go to change type, make it like currency, and in addition to that, let's change type for this one, make it date, and this one is okay. So now what we will have to do is we will go and insert our second source in here. I'll go to new source, I'll go and file Excel, I will import table number 2 in here. In the table number 2, again, there's only one sheet. We need a little bit of cleaning. Click OK. And in here, what I will do is go to remove rows and remove top rows. From here, we'll remove 6 rows since, 6 rows are null or empty in here, and click OK. Those rows will be removed. Again, as we did for the previous data set, we'll use first row as headers and right click in here and change type to currency. And this is percentage, so everything seems to be okay. We don't need these 2 columns. What I'll do is select the column and press delete, and do the same for this one, press delete. Now we are going to go to our last stage or last step of our process, which is combining both of these queries. To do that, we'll go to merge queries in here. So click merge query, and as you can see, the sheet that I have in here is shown in here. Another sheet that I previously added was sheet number 1. The sheet that we have at the top is shown in here as current. So select this sheet number 1 in here. So what specific keys do we want to connect to each other? For example, what is common between this table and this table? So as you can see in here, we have the project ID in here. So I'll select that column. In addition to that, I'll select the same column in this data set and click OK. So in here, we can select which specific columns do you want to see. For example, I want to see the project name, the location, the name and location, and let's say project start date as well. And then I'll click OK. So once we load this data, as you can see in here, now in here, we have the rest of the data connected to your previous data in one source as well. So you can use this data for analysis or whatever purpose you were using it for. And here, as you can see, I only have 19 rows of data, but if you're dealing with large sets of data, for example, tens of thousands of rows, this method will be very useful and efficient for you to connect your data from multiple sources to each other. I hope you have found the content of the video helpful. If you did so, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel and following us on Instagram or LinkedIn. Thank you very much for watching.